Well, but that development there depends on how those other guys develop outside, and because I know he's one of our best corners outside, and do we have somebody else that can play at a high level there? And then along with Blanks and Jenkins there, T.J. Burrell, Dorian O'Daniel, Corinne Wiggins played last year as a true freshman, and being consistent. He was a young guy that. Did some excellent things, and then made some mistakes like a lot of young players do along the way. So I like the group of guys that are there. We got some options there, and then Stefan's been really solid there inside, and then outside, Tony Stewart had an excellent spring, great off season, and tremendous summer. He's 6-7 pounds heavier than what he was a year ago at the big weigh-in, and it's solid muscle, and I think he's real confident. Had a great summer in regards to his leadership, really owning that and taking that to another level as well. Between him and Stefan, really grabbed the group by the throat and took them along the way, willingly or unwillingly. So I love that, and you got to have that. They got to get it. And I know without reservation I can coach those guys as hard if I coach as anybody in that group. They'll take it, they accept it, they feel like they need it, and but it's time for him to be, kind of player that we all know he can be. And then you got Ben Boulware, B.J. Goodson, and that mix right there with those guys. And, really feel confident in those guys and their ability. And then Callan Jones coming off an ACL. He can flip and play both positions along with Ben Boulware. And he's coming off an ACL. He's looked, good as well. Just movement, change of direction. We'll see where he's at when we get started up. So I like the collection of guys. And the guys up front, everybody, a year ago there weren't a lot of household names, and more people know who they are, but still to me, got a lot to prove. I know this here. We feel in this network of people holding the cameras and the microphones, and us as coaches feel like we know our guys and know what they're capable of, and know it's a talented group that has a chance to be pretty good, if not great, depending on how our guys work and leadership comes along and the chemistry is developed. But apparently people on the outside don't think a whole lot of us, and as a team, not a whole lot of people. I think a lot of people don't think that we're a top 25 team, and that's fine. But to me, that's an indictment on, they think that we lost two guys, and that's our whole team, and they're questioning everybody else, and they don't think much of it, whether within our own conference, or they're talking about our secondary. We talk about all the talent that's back there, but I know a lot of people's conversation, they're not, they're way on down the totem pole, and we are as a program, apparently. And so, we got a lot to prove, and a lot, we got to earn a lot of respect, because, again, if you're a good, solid program, you're in the top 15, top 20 talk, it don't matter. And I think a lot of people don't have us there, and that's fine. You got to go out and earn it. And whether you're there, you're in that group, or you're not, you still have to go earn it. Whether to validate it or to kind of prove that you belong. And I think right now we're having to prove that we belong, and that's warranted. I think we got 6, maybe 7 guys coming back on defense. So it's not like we got 10 of 11 coming back, or every starter coming back. There's a lot of guys with a lot to prove, whether guys that let the team down that aren't going to show up in Athens, or guys that still aren't playing to their ability. You can go across the board. This is one of them days where we get to be ultra positive, and the glass is definitely half full today. And but there's a lot to be had still, and a lot to prove. My way of thinking.
With McKenzie being in the running to start in the opener, in your career, have you ever started a freshman at corner in the opener?
I know I have. I started 2 true freshmen at safety in 2005. We had a really good defense then with 2 freshmen. But at corner, I know it's happened. I don't know, but I don't really. I just look at if it's a true freshman that isn't ready to play, you're really worried. But I think he's ready to play. And at what level, we'll see. Maybe he's the third corner, but I still feel pretty good about him. I want to see how McKenzie handles adversity. That's what I want to see. And then as coaches, I think that we've all done a pretty good job of humbling guys and helping them have some humility and handling success. But I want to see how he handles adversity. Because he had adversity a year ago, and then of course, he had to sit out the whole year, and that's hard on anybody.
I know he hasn't done a lot on the field because he hasn't been on